Hey, welcome on in, football fans. It is Jordan with the BetLockr here to bring you another college football free picks video for week 4 this week coming up actually tomorrow. So cannot believe it's already week 4. We are coming off a fantastic week last week. We went 8-3 in college football alone. That is including our picks given to our members on our site and our picks given to our members in our Discord, which you get both when you are a member. So there's just things in the morning, things at late at night that we spot, line movements, news, whatever that does come out, and that's why it's important to be a member. So in that way you are in our Discord channel, because then we throw out winners like crazy in there. Like, hey, like last week it was Memphis, Tennessee, LSU. Like the morning, saw line movements, saw some matchups, saw some key injuries that were reported right like last minute, gave those out 3-0 in those. It was awesome. So, and then you throw in other members throwing out wins. Like one of our members in Discord just barely 2 days ago went 6-0 in baseball, and he gave out all his picks in Discord. So some of the other guys tailed and they crushed baseball one of the nights. So that was awesome to see. So, but let's dive into this free pick. Today is, well, tomorrow, big noon kickoff is coming to Utah, and Texas Raiders are coming, and they are, well, as you can see here, spoiler alert, we are taking the Utes. We might be the only ones taking the Utes, and call us maybe a homer if you want to, or what have you, but Utah teams wake up for these kind of games, and that's just facts. When there's big games on the line and when there is big hype, they just wake up and they practice hard and they want something to prove, because we want to be taken serious in all of our sports. So whether it be Utah Utes or the BYU Cougars, I mean, it just happens. We want to be taken seriously and we want to win. None of these teams, so everyone's taking Texas Tech, and I get it. They have the offensive firepower. They are the hot team right now in the Big 12. But at the same time, I mean, both of these teams realistically haven't seen a real matchup yet this year. They're both 3-0. That's great, but they both haven't seen a real opponent yet. This will be the true test for both. And if you know Utah Stadium, which is Rice Eccles, it gets loud. It's been historically talked about that in Utah, like especially for the Jazz, when like Michael Jordan used to come here and whatever, like it was the loudest arena for a very long time. Utah Utes is the exact same way. Our fans are serious and we want to win. I know Texas fans are too, but they're not going to overshadow our Utah fans on Saturdays. So as you read here, Craig, the OG Sharp, as he put, no backdoor covers. Here's my point of what I want to point out and why I'm did have him write this and did have him show what that backdoor cover is, and why you should be paying for the half point lines. And that is like last week. Oregon was our free pick. They were minus 27 and a half. Okay, they were up 34-0 the entire game. Okay, that's fine. Then Northwestern scores a touchdown, gets the extra point. Now Oregon's only up 27. Okay. So when you're looking at the lines and whatever, it more so holds true for if you're taking the minus lines, if you're taking the minus or the favorite from 1 to 10, that's where it comes into key most spots, like 3.5, 7.5, 10.5, stuff like that, because they don't need just a half point. They need a whole extra score, whether it be a field goal or a touchdown. So like in Oregon's case last week, they were up 34-0. Now they're only up 27. Well, the line's 27.5. So it's like, oh my gosh, the half point's going to get me. Well, yeah, because they're still up 3 touchdowns with 3 minutes to go. They're not going to be going for the touchdown or the field goal. They're going to be looking to kill the clock. So point is I know that half point, I know it sucks to give up more juice or more odds or whatever, or more money to buy that half point, but they need a whole extra score to cover just a half point. They need a field goal or a touchdown to get that extra half point. So if it's at 3 or 3.5, you got to get it down to 3. Now, flip side, like I'm saying, if you take the dog, then take the 3.5. Obviously, that's great. But if you're taking the favorite, you buy it down to 3 because they need that full extra score. So in this case, like, the line tomorrow is -3, but you could see it jump to 3.5, or you could see it jump to 2.5. So my recommendation is if you get it at 3 and you take Utah, perfect. If you get it at 2.5, you are lucky. I would just keep it there. But the 3.5 lines, the 7.5 lines, the 10.5 lines, buy that extra point if you're taking the favorite. Take that extra point if you're taking the dog. So, anyways, just a little snippet here, right up. Devin Dampier's looking great. Kyle Whittingham is letting him free up, and then he really looked good with his legs last week as well. So Texas Tech hasn't seen that, but also what Texas Tech really hasn't seen yet, I don't think, is the pass rushing that we are going to be putting on them. John Henry Daly is tied for the most sacks, and you don't trust a man with 3 first names as well. Daly's not really a first name, but 3 names coming at you. He's going to be ravenous. He's going to be looking to get 6 and 7 sacks this week, but he's tied for most. And so last week, well, all the weeks combined, the QB for Texas Tech, he's already been sacked 7 times this year. So some leaks in the offensive line, really good pass rushing abilities for the defense for the Utah Utes. And we just think they're going to keep them on their toes and not going to be able to keep up this week with the Utes. I know we're probably, like I said, the only ones that did take the Utes this week. And there's a clear reason why. And it's not a homer reason. It's just people don't know Utah football like we do. And they're obviously going to be like, Texas Tech is the dog? Easy. I'm taking that. It's going to be a tough battle for them. That's one of those fishy lines that you need to sniff out. So that's it. Utah Utes -3. Do not do -3.5. If you get 2.5, you can buy the extra point if you want, or you can take the little bit of gamble and just see if they win by a field goal. But don't do the 3.5, 7.5, nothing like that. Buy that extra point because you don't want to be relying on a whole extra score to get the win and get the cash ticket. So if you stayed this long, thank you so much. Go ahead and like and subscribe, please. It does help. Visit TheBetLockr.com for all of our picks. We have some great locks this week, and we are crushing them. You're going to want to get them. I already posted all the picks, but the DFS cheat sheet is also out for Sunday DraftKings. That is awesome because that has been crushing as well. You're going to want to get that. If you stayed this long, I want to give out free extra picks. This is a cryptic thing. You see the length of the video, and some people don't stay for the full length. Well, guess what? I'm giving you bonus picks. That's going to be my thing. If you stay the whole time, you get our bonus picks. So bonus pick number 1, Iowa -1.5 tonight. They have the 16th best ranked defense in the FBS right now, 6th in defense against rushing, 16th in passing. I can't remember the exact number, but they have an awesome defense. Rutgers has not seen an opponent like this yet. I know that they're undefeated, but Iowa's going to be looking to control the pace. They are going to be shutting them down defensively, and they're going to be slow roll scoring on them. So first free pick on top of Utah because you stayed so long. Iowa -1.5, -2 if it's there, depending on what the line is. Your second free pick is going to be Fresno State and Hawaii, the over 47.5. So Fresno State's averaging 44 points these last 3 games, and Hawaii's averaging over 30 points these last 2 games for themselves. So it's not going to be much defense played, but also there's going to be a lot of offensive fireworks going on. So we think there's going to be a lot of scoring in that game for your bailout game or your get even more profit game at the end of Saturday night. So Fresno State, Hawaii over 47.5. Go ahead and buy that extra point, 47, just for a little insurance purposes. Iowa -1.5 and Utah -3. Lock those in, guys. Let's make that profit. Like and subscribe. Go to TheBetLockr.com. Get all of our picks. You're going to love them. We'll see you guys. Hey, welcome.